Now we are.
Now we are. Da 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 da. It's time to do a podcast about the Mario movie. I didn't plan any further lyrics, but okay. Anyway, hey.
Here, let me do the official Two Boobs Watch the Tube start.
Oh, fine.
Here it goes.
I'm ready.
From the creators of the video game podcast, Famicom Dojo,
They still make that?
and the enthusiastic support of the Nerd and Tie Network,
Yeah, do whatever you want.
comes a podcast about the single most important question in human history.
What is the meaning of life?
Will I ever find love?
Can God create a rock so big even Pumpkin Man cannot
How
lift
can
it?
I find fulfillment?
What happens after you
Does this
die?
look infected to
Is there
you?
such a thing as karma or fate?
What is true?
Have you guys seen my keys?
What should I be watching on TV?
Every episode of Two Boobs Watch the Tube, Vinnk and his best bra, Sean Orange, take a shallow dive into a current or retro TV show. Will they love it?
I guess.
Will they hate it?
No one.
Will they fight about it?
No one cares.
Did Sean even watch it?
No,
Is Vinnk still listening as Sean talks about Transformers?
definitely not.
These questions and more will be answered on
Two Boobs Watch the Tube.
That would be a good
I
transition.
should have thought of some more lyrics for this song, but I didn't. I was too distracted by our really loud opening thing. Okay. Hello.
Hello, boy. I am so excited, Vinnk. Like it's been so long. I've waited so long to talk about this movie.
I know.
I've watched so much about it. I've read so much about it,
Yeah.
and it's just. I'm so excited that people are finally catching on to the awesomeness of the Super Mario
Yes.
Brothers movie.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yes.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the casting was a little off, but
Yeah. Some of those voices weren't quite right. I agree, but
yeah,
they got the
yeah.
spirit of it.
yeah, in a way. I mean,
thought-
they took some liberties.
thought-
They took some liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toad was a little strange, but when isn't Toad a little strange?
Really? I thought Toad was pretty on point.
Okay, I mean, but then there's Yoshi. Yoshi was there for a little bit, but it's like, was it really
Just
Yoshi?
a little bit. I mean, it was definitely Yoshi. I mean, think about the. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you?
What?
We're talking about the same movie, right?
Yeah. 30 years ago, this year, Super Mario Brothers came out in theaters, and people have been panning it ever since. I'm so excited to finally talk about it and give it the credit it deserves.
Are you talking about this Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah, what other movie is there?
Oh, we got things to talk about today. For those listening on the audio version, Vinnk holds up a laser disc of the Super Mario Brothers 1993 movie.
With the Japanese obi strip.
Yep. Gotta have that.
Very nice. Oh, I guess there's some new movie that came out this year. I don't know if you guys heard of it or not. It only grossed $1 billion flipping dollars.
No, that's impossible. Video game movies will never be profitable. I was told by people who are experts.
So for those keeping track at home, there was Super Mario Brothers, which came out in 1993, and then there's the Super Mario Brothers movie baby, that came out this year, 30 years later.
Yes, that is correct. And I saw it 2 days ago.
Wow.
As of the recording of this. So opening weekend, which is very rare
For
me.
Japan, yes.
Yes. And it came out April 28th here, which is about 3 weeks after it opened in the States.
About 3 weeks. Yep.
And I went all the way to Fukuoka so I could see it in English. It was playing in my town, but I spent tons of money. And I had no other option. I saw it 3D IMAX.
Oh wow!
My ticket cost like $20.
How did that's probably the cheapest part of your trip?
Yeah, that was the cheapest part of my trip. Yes.
Oh man!
Because there was a meal involved, and there was all kinds of stuff.
I was gonna say Japan's small, right? Like You know, probably just a brisk walk from your town.
I mean, it was playing in my town. It was playing in my town, but only the Japanese dub. That's very common with kids' movies, because kids can't read subtitles or whatever, and most of the time they don't care about the celebrity voice actors. But I wanted to see it. I might see it again. I kind of want to see what they did with the Japanese dub, so I might see it again because comparatively that would be very cheap to do.
Yeah, see it again. I've seen it
yeah,
twice.
yeah,
So
yeah. Not only did I see the movie, but I ate at Shakey's Pizza when I was in Fukuoka. They have a Shakey's Pizza, and we went to the Kirby Cafe, but it was totally booked. It was totally booked. So we just, but you know, I posted some pictures on my Twitter, and maybe we can link some stuff in the show notes later if you want to see about my trip. But anyway,
great idea.
We've got a time limit here, ticket clock. So
sure. Well, let's start with Vinnk. What do you watch? What do you really watch?
I've been watching Smidgedoon recently, which is fantastic. And I've been watching, and in preparation for the new Doctor Who, I've been watching a lot of old Doctor Who. We are near the end of Matt Smith now.
Okay.
So we're on Day of the Doctor. So we're getting near the end.
Okay.
And I'm all ready. For once we end. Where is it? Oh, never mind. I got the Capaldi box now too. So we're gonna be able to go right ahead. But I'm wondering if my kids are gonna drop off, because they really like. I mean, like. My middle daughter, she's 10. She really liked Matt Smith. She didn't even care about Doctor Who up until that point. And I think she really liked Matt Smith. She really liked Amy Pond. So I do not know if she's gonna accept Capaldi. So we'll see.
Yeah, he is very different, but he ends up being my favorite of the era.
Well, exactly. But you know, we'll see. But anyway. So that's what I'm watching. What I'm really watching. How about you?
There's been so much. There's been The Last of Us on HBO. There was the new Quantum Leap, which is over now after 18 episodes.
Is it good? Did it get renewed?
It did. It got renewed before the season was over.
Woo!
So they have a new season. I really feel like the back half was really strong. Those are the ones they had 12 episodes to start and they got extended for 8 more. No. 10 episodes to start and got extended for 8 more? Or was it 12 episodes and 6? Whatever. The point being is that they only had so many episodes to start. But they got the extension pretty quick. And I can tell like a big difference, a good positive difference between the front and back half of the show. They really started digging in a bit more, finding their balance with the new like future team and the leap kind of thing. And then I've been watching the original series, and I'm on season 5 now, where they went hard, man. They changed the theme song. They did like the Oswald thing. They had the evil leaper. Like there was some heavy stuff right away. And I just got finished watching an episode about how he was a bigamist. So little more lighthearted fare, but.
All right. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it, because if it got renewed, that means it'll probably get some kind of neat box set released, and then I can pick that up. So.
Yes. I hope you can watch it, because I have lots to talk about.
Shows that die after one season sometimes never get any home release. So, and sometimes they disappear completely.
That would never happen. Not even on HBO. There's more, of course, but for brevity's sake, like Star Trek Picard season 3, third and final season just finished up. Mandalorian season 3. There's been a lot of stuff, and now I'm just kind of taking a little breather. And we're up Ted Lasso season 3. There's a lot of season 3s of things.
Yep, I'm about 2 episodes behind on Ted Lasso, but.
Okay.
But yeah, my wife and I are watching. Oh, and we're gonna watch Beef on Netflix. It looks fun. It's the Ali Wong series, dark comedy. I'd tell you more, but I'm waiting to watch it with my wife, because my wife's a fan of Ali Wong. So
You know, if you have you seen the Tetris movie?
Yes. Yes,
We
I
should
have.
definitely talk about that on this show then.
We definitely should. We
Definitely.
should.
I mean, normally we talk about TV shows and seasons of TV shows.
Yep.
I don't think this is the first time we've done a movie. Is it? I don't remember.
This is our
But-
first time doing a movie.
It is the first time doing a movie. Okay, well. Oh, you have the original. Dang.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
nice.
and like they really they got that right. You know,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I like that the box of Tetris was a prop in the movie, and they obviously used a real one. I wonder if they bought it from me. Anyway,
Stranger things have happened.
know,
Nintendo, we know
yeah.
you're listening.
I have had some celebrity customers, but anyway,
So, yeah, speaking of Nintendo, I guess some movie came out this year or whatever.
I have heard, but you know, with you know, with everything going on, like a lot of people really thought it was going to be a folly for Nintendo because the movie cost $100 million to make, advertising budget of another $100 million, and you know, with it basically had to do like $300 million just to break even, which would mean it had to be the top grossing video game movie ever to break even.
Dude,
You know, the Sonic movie cost a lot. Yeah, exactly. So you're setting it up like that, but like, I mean, but I saw it and I'm like, this is gonna do bank. But even I'm surprised by how well it did.
It is the
just
number
beat
one
out
grossing movie
Frozen
of the
2.
year. Yeah.
It just beat out Frozen 2. It not only is it the number one grossing movie of the year, but as it sits right now on Box Office Mojo, it's the 19th top grossing domestic film in history.
Wow. All right. And it
Yeah.
ain't done yet.
And it ain't done
It
yet.
hasn't even been a month. Yeah.
And that 1 billion doesn't include any of Japan yet, because we're on Golden
Right.
Week here, so those numbers aren't going to get updated for like a week.
Right.
So, yeah. But is it any good?
Well, let's talk about that, shall we?
Now, hold on. Let's
sure.
start right here first.
Sure.
We're going to keep this as spoiler free as we can, to tell
Sure.
you the truth. But I mean, it is a Mario movie.
Right.
And like, if you've played the games, I'm sorry, but you're already kind of spoiled. We will be spoiling a couple of the in jokes.
Oh, yes.
But I will tell you, though, that some of them go by so quick that you might not pick them up otherwise, because I missed a lot of them. So, like, if you're really, really sensitive to that, maybe sit this one out. Join us for the Samba, the other podcast later. But I think I don't think we're gonna ruin anybody's experience of the movie right now, and we're gonna try not to go too much. But again, you know, I'm gonna tell you that the bad guy is Bowser.
Oh, no.
Is that too much? Too much.
Voiced
Anyway.
voiced by Jack Black, who is all in. Man, like there's video of him at the premiere.
Yeah.
He's got that suit with like the lizardy rainbow scale shirt. It's got the little Koopa spikes on the elbow pads and on the back of his suit jacket.
I feel like his entire career has been building to this. Do you know what I mean? Like I think this is peak Jack Black. Do you know what I mean? Like he's always been an entertainer who's been able to scale. Does that make sense? Like
Yes.
he's got very adult content, which kids should not, but he's also like has plenty of stuff that like resonates with it. He hosted the Kids' Choice Awards twice, for Pete's sake, you know. So like, but like,
Oops.
I feel like this is the role that he would like to be remembered for. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's just going all out. He made that music video for Peaches. He's all the interviews he does, he's wearing like, you know, just
That video is great. If you haven't seen it, I should find that and link it in the show notes too. It's fantastic. Apparently,
Peaches. Okay.
I don't know if they're going to submit it, but it's eligible for an Oscar.
Yes. But in the movie, they never play it all the way through. So, like, I'm
Right.
wondering if that would disqualify it because and it doesn't play during the credits either. But like, because so I don't know, but I think it should.
Right.
I think it should. Yes, because that's the song from a movie that everyone's going to be talking about in 2023.
This, like Vinnk was saying, this movie is just full of like audio and visual Easter eggs, like blink and you'll miss it kind of stuff.
Which is why I want to watch it again.
I actually spent time in the film like making notes and like holding my phone so it didn't bother anyone else, like because there were so many that went by. Give you a little smattering.
Sure.
There's the Mario rap from the commercial that they make. The Wahoo guy is the original Mario voice actor, Charles Martinet. He's actually
next to a Jumpman machine.
Yes, he's playing Donkey Kong, but since Donkey Kong's a character in the movie, it's really a Jumpman machine. It's like some kind of like green and pink monkey or whatever instead of Donkey Kong. It's real attention to detail. They used to work for a guy named Spike who worked for a Wrecking Crew.
Oh my goodness! All right, let me tell you what they did in Japan, and this is amazing.
Okay.
When you went to see the movie in Japan, when you went to the theater, you got one of these mystery boxes. Now, for those who are listening audio, I'm holding up a little silver packet right here, and this one is unopened. So I'm going to open it right now.
But the resale value of free.
Shut up. I already know what's in it because my daughters open up theirs right away. Basically, there's one of 4 different stickers. This one's Koopa.
Okay.
And there's a little booklet. And I'm going to open this right now. This is the ASMR portion of our show. I got another Koopa. Okay. Which is fine, but each of these books, there's 4 of them, has different information, and it is a book about the Easter eggs.
Oh,
it tells you
very nice.
It gives you an overview of the different games, and it tells you where the different like secret things are from. And it also has like a timeline of different Mario games and stuff like that. So the uninitiated could come in and understand what was going on.
That's amazing.
Which I think is really good because let's go to the first criticism of the movie.
Sure.
I think if you don't know anything about the Mario system, Mario games, the movie's plot is slightly nonsensical.
That's fair.
I do not think it stands as its own thing. I think it's the perfect tie-in movie to the games because it hits the nostalgias hard.
Oh, yeah.
And if you know, if you've played any Mario games, which most people going, you're not going to find someone like, oh, what is this movie? Do you have any Grey Poupon? It's like, people, I think most people walking into it know what they're getting into. And I think it's fine because the people coming out of the movie were all smiles. Like I went with, there's a bunch of kids there and and couples, like it was a date movie apparently. And like, but everybody came out and they were like, that was great. That was just the best movie,
Mm-hmm.
But I can see if you don't have any investment into the Mario series whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's 2 Brooklyn plumbers from the real world, which also looks super cartoony, go to a also cartoony fake world where there's a human princess for some reason.
Well, they explain that reason. They
sure.
Hang a lantern on that one.
And then she decides she's gonna Mario, to get his brother back, decides to help Princess Peach, but before he can, he has to complete an obstacle course that is a level of Super Mario Brothers for some reason, rather than immediately going there. And like
Right.
nobody
Well, they had all
knows
night, right?
yeah.
She wasn't going to leave until the morning, so they had all night to train him.
Sure, but the idea that like I don't know why she needed him in the first place, because she seemed to be a very capable warrior herself.
Yes.
And Mario only because he was human. I don't know, because he comes in and he has no skills whatsoever for this, so it doesn't make sense why she would need to go with him in the first place.
But
And
let's come back to that, because I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
If for some reason you're not aware, like the visuals of this film are basically like Mario Odyssey.
Yep.
Right? Like my kids were even asking me that. It's like, what is this going to be like? Because I explained to them the live action version, what Toad looked like. I had to like show my wife pictures of Toad because she didn't believe me. And Yoshi too, and like explain like Daisy was the heroine in that one, and that was Luigi's girlfriend, and all that stuff, and the Mushroom Kingdom's king was the fungus that was everywhere. Spoilers. Very different, right? So they just made a straight on like Mario video game movie finally after 30 years. So perfect.
And,
that part's perfect.
Sure. And that's the thing though. Like the whole it's fairly nonsensical in general, which works as a game. Because in a video game, you don't really need to know the story. It's like princess missing, cake possibility.
They didn't even mention the cake.
Things.
Nothing.
What?
No cake. What? Did they mention the cake?
Cake. Mario, I've made a cake for you.
No, but in this movie there was no cake. They didn't even
There was
mention
no cake.
the possibility of cake.
No, but in the games,
Right.
like that's
Right.
all you needed, and you jump on stuff,
Right.
And it doesn't need to, but with a movie, you usually need to have it make a little more sense. And sometimes by throwing in so many Easter eggs, I think they eliminated part of the audience that wasn't me. But you know what? Screw them. Because this was a movie for me.
I don't know.
And my kids.
A lot of it was so subtle, right? Like I don't even know if I wrote it down or not, but it's toward the end. Oh yeah, the name of the cafe they were in at the beginning was called Punch Out Pizza.
Punch Out. Yep.
Yeah, so they don't bring any attention to those Easter eggs, right? Like that Mario and Luigi used to work for this guy.
Sure.
And that's all you need to know. But like if you know anything about video games and like the games that Mario appeared in, then Wrecking Crew, which is the weirdest Zelda game I've ever played.
Nice.
Now
we've eliminated our casual audience.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing the movie did, right? Like that part of it makes sense. Going to being transported to another world, sure, that happens all the time in movies, right? That part makes sense. But I think you're right, and I agree with you that even as a movie in a Mario-based movie, it starts to fall apart a bit, where Mario's quest was to save his brother. They didn't want to make Peach a damsel in distress, so they made Luigi the damsel in distress instead. And there were like two parallel stories going on.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. But the thing is, it was fun. It's like they definitely were like, okay, we've got Mario now. Let's put Donkey Kong in there. Okay, we got Donkey Kong. How about they're on Mario Karts? Oh yeah, they can be on Mario Karts or whatever. Let's get the whole Kong family in there. How about the DK rap? So many.
Why not the DK rap?
Exactly. Although they should have credited the creator of it. That was bad.
A lot of that going around.
Yeah. Anyway, but for me, do you want this is the face I had the whole movie, and with occasional turns to my daughter going, that it was absolutely wonderful, and But they had references to blowing on cartridges. Mario's in his room playing.
Did I
Kid
miss that
Icarus.
one?
Well, what? Yeah.
Did I
at
miss the
Toad-
blowing on cartridges?
The Toad shop or whatever. They go to. There's an antique shop, and one Toad goes, "Does this even work?" "Oh yeah, you got to blow on it."
Oh, okay, I missed that. Oh man, I saw it twice too. But yeah, you're right. Mario's playing Kid Icarus on an NES in his house.
Yep.
Like,
And
how do they even sell games if there was no Mario game for it?
Did you see the posters in the background?
I saw some of them. There was like an F-Zero one, but it was called something else.
Yep. There was Kung Fu poster. The whole movie, like, I want to go through it frame by frame later. Just
Right?
an absolute deep dive. The part where they're at the wedding and the big bomb guy sits on one of the Koopas and he starts going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many visual gags going on. And you're right, though. If you don't understand them, it can just be seen as a funny thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like almost nothing went by that didn't have some kind of deeper meaning. Like whether it's like a line or just a character on screen, or like I had explained to my kids because they didn't like really play like Mario 3 or Luigi's Mansion, but like the whole section where Luigi's in the Darklands by himself is basically taken out of Luigi's Mansion. He doesn't have a vacuum cleaner per se, but he's got his like plumber toolkit, and he's creeping around, and then ends up in like what would be like a minor palace in like Mario World or Mario 3 or whatever, with a bunch of Shy Guys, which are from Mario 2. But who cares, right? Like it's all one world here.
The music was awesome. Just so many references. Okay. I when they go down into the subway for the first time, they're trying to fix that leak. Okay, which is kind of a dumb plot point to begin with. But like, you got to get them.
They're not even looking in the right place. Yeah.
But like, you saw the sign, right?
Yes.
You saw the sign.
Level 1-2 or whatever.
Level 1-2, and
then right after that, the music for that starts playing when they pass the pipe. Yeah, it's just pitch perfect. If you're looking for it, you see it. If you're not looking for it, it's just passes you by.
It's just background.
Yeah.
I really liked the nihilistic star.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. That was a little dark, man.
It's super dark.
A little too dark in some places.
I know.
Like my 7-year-old's like, why is that star so weird? Why does he want to die?
Exactly.
Talk to some millennials; they'll tell you.
Oh yeah. Seth Rogen was Seth Rogen, like
as Donkey Kong. For those who don't know,
I think Donkey Kong as Seth Rogen, like he did not change. Did he even know he was recording the Mario movie, or did someone just say, "Here, read this"?
Oh God.
But
seriously,
it totally worked.
Seriously, yeah. I feel like a lot of people owe Chris Pratt an apology now. Yeah? No, you didn't like it? No?
I didn't like it and I didn't hate it. But that's the thing. It didn't need to be Chris Pratt. It could have been any voice actor. I don't think Chris Pratt added anything to the voice. I really don't.
Really?
Like, okay, Jack Black put his heart and soul into the voice or whatever. And like Toad was great,
Yes.
But Mario was completely forgettable. But like in a good, like, I didn't hate it. I did not hate it.
What?
No? What was good about it?
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what would have made everyone happy. If you didn't know it was Chris Pratt, would you have any of these comments, basically?
The thing is, no, but I would have been, but like, if I didn't know it was Chris Pratt, if it was just some pool voice actor, or whatever, I would have felt the same, because I don't think that's the thing. I think the fact that they worked so hard to get big Hollywood voice actor, when there's plenty of hard working voice actors who also could have done Mario's voice. You know what I mean?
None of those guys were voice actors though, like Anya Taylor-Joy, Keegan Michael Key,
Sure, but the thing
Fred
is,
Armisen.
but like Fred Armisen was a weird choice, but I like him. But have you noticed how many people from
Charlie
this
Day
are also in Schmigadoon? Okay, anyway, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of them are in Smig. Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
but Charlie Day was funny because he really added to the whole Luigi is neurotic type of thing.
Fine, but like you can say the same thing about Luigi. They could have been anybody, right? Right.
I guess. Yeah. Sure. But what distinctly Chris Pratt was so good about Mario?
I don't that it wasn't Chris Pratt. I don't know what to tell you. Like it wasn't bad. Like people were just like criticizing like the one or two little lines they heard in the trailers, and
that's the thing. Yeah,
I didn't get any of that.
He was fine. No notes. How about that? Like, but
Okay.
But what I am saying is like it's not going to be known as a signature performance. I don't think anybody walked out and was, what sold that movie for me? Chris Pratt as Mario.
Well, he didn't take me out of it. I wasn't like, oh, that's Chris Pratt. Like I didn't really think that during any of the film.
I agree. It was nothing.
Fine. Moving on.
Hey, sometimes nothing is good. Do you know what I mean? But
Sure.
like compared to like Jack Black, who fully committed to Koopa, Chris Pratt was the voice of Mario. But like, it was a perfectly serviceable Mario. How about that?
I thought it was better than that, but okay. All right. Back to story criticism, I guess.
Sure.
I watched it the first time and agreed it was really weird that in order to like avoid Peach needing rescuing, that they sort of undercut Mario in his own movie.
Yeah.
To do it. So I was on my second watch through, I was trying to figure out like, okay, they didn't need Mario there per se, but he still seemed like a catalyst for things to have gone well, because let's say he wasn't there, right? Like Peach would have gone to the Kongs to get their army, which ended up not being a huge factor in and of itself anyway.
Yeah, they were destroyed during the commute.
So, but he did get Donkey Kong on board, through his presence, even though they hated. I love that they hated each other. I loved that they had like no love for each other.
Probably my favorite line
worked
in the
great.
whole movie. Yeah, was like, you just saved my life. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Oh, good, please don't.
Or like cool raccoon suit. Really? Not at all.
Yeah.
So like if I think about it, Mario didn't need to be there per se, but things wouldn't have gone as well had he not been there and pursuing his own needs, I guess, because things did coalesce around him. Although it was super weird that like they make such a point of him not being important to the story that Peach literally says he's not important, and everyone cheers. And then when she comes back and it's like, and they've captured Mario, and like that was a great point for someone to just pipe up and go, oh, like they didn't. It would have been great, but they're just like, oh no, not Mario. It's like, wait, you don't even know who he is. Why do you care?
Well, the same with Bowser. Mario is his arch nemesis only because Bowser's worried that Mario is more attractive to princesses than he is.
That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me, honestly. Yeah. I mean, he does eventually kidnap her, but she has her own plan to like bust out. It ends up not working fully, but
it was very cool.
Yeah.
I took my two daughters, and they walked away just thinking Princess Peach was absolutely the coolest character in that movie. And I know a lot of the usual types were like, they made her too strong. She's coming off as like a girl boss. I don't think so. And they explain it too. In universe, she grew up there. So obviously she knows how the world works better than Mario. But Mario picked it up, and
it took him all night, but he did it, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think that was necessarily a problem. Now, what was really interesting is, and I don't know if they did something similar in the United States, but before they showed the movie, they showed a commercial for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, no.
And the commercial was brilliant. It just showed people losing at Mario again and again and again and again. No,
nice.
It showed little kids getting frustrated and it showed people falling off things and old people trying it for the first time. But as the commercial went on, they showed people getting better and better and, do it again. And finally it shows them clearing the games. And that's the whole purpose of the movie is Mario is not a hero per se, but he has, but his main skill is not giving up.
Yeah, which Peach credits him for. He says that he never thought of it as a positive quality in the past, but so that was a great way to include it. And I really feel like the montage they did of him training, even though it was set to a very holding out for a hero. So I mean,
there was a lot
yay Jim Steinman, but also it's way too recognizable to. Anyway,
I mean, what? Aha was in there as well.
Aha was in there. Any non-Nintendo music just felt way out of place.
Battle Without Honor and Humility,
Oh God, right.
Was there, and I'm like, this has been done to death. But the original music in the movie, fantastic. I loved the credits. I was very much enjoying listening to the orchestrated Mario medley. During the credits, just great.
Yeah, there were so many little earworms throughout, especially when Mario comes to the Mushroom Kingdom and Toad's leading him through the city. Any little thing that you see, you can connect it to a specific Mario game or a theme from a Mario game.
Bowser playing on the piano and Magic Koopa doing the coin sound.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, I think Luigi's ringtone was the GameCube startup.
It was. And his avatar on the phone was the default me avatar, showing that Luigi never changed it. So, yeah. Oh yeah, there's just a million things in there. There's
cool stuff that they added too. They have Mario and Luigi's family, his mom and his dad, a bunch of his brothers, like his old grandfather, trying to eat.
Yep.
Apparently, Charles Martinet also did their dad as well. I didn't know that.
He did the dad. He did the guy at the pizza shop. Yeah.
So, I'm glad they included him.
Apparently, the Mario's family is based off rejected drawings for what Mario would look like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I like that Shigeru Miyamoto is credited as an executive producer, and they also gave Iwata a credit.
Oh, I missed the Iwata credit. I could have sworn in the pizzeria, the guy doing the news was supposed to look like Iwata. Maybe it's just me.
It's very possible. This was done by just absolute fans. You know what I mean? A lot of people were calling it. A lot of the reviews I read, which were very negative, called these things like a shameless cash grab. And I mean, in a way, it is an hour-and-a-half long commercial for Mario, sure, but it is done in such a completely loving way, and it's just I don't know, or I'm just a shameless capitalist. I don't know, but either way, I freaking loved it.
All right, we got to wrap this one up.
All right.
But I have a final observation that I wanted to share.
Go for it.
And that's how many fingers each character had. Mario and Luigi, all the humans have 5 fingers, all the Toads do, all the Kongs do. Basically, all the good guys seem to have 5 fingers. Koopa, Bowser and all the Koopas and everyone else only had 4. Feels a little stereotypy.
4 fingers. 4 in Japanese is shi, which means death.
Ah, fair enough. So it's probably a good reason.
That is obviously not why they did that, but
just a little detail to look out for. Let me know how many fingers each character has when you when you go and watch the movie.
You know, I didn't notice. I did not notice. But there's just so many things to love about it. All the cameos. All the cameos too. Like the whole DK crew was in the audience or whatever.
Yes. That means you, Diddy Kong.
Yeah. It's just yeah.
You know, my wife caught a lot of the stuff too, like even in the when Donkey Kong and Mario were fighting, like how all the Donkey Kong beams and stuff were there, even though it was very much Donkey Kong Country styled.
Yep.
Imagine what they would have to do for like a Mario Nintendo Extended Universe, where they would have had to have like done the Donkey Kong origin movie, and like they're fighting, and they got Paulina, who I swear was the mayor of Brooklyn. Maybe it's just me, but
in Galaxy, yeah. Not Galaxy.
No, but I mean in the movie there was like someone who I thought was the mayor. Might have been Paulina. Look kind of like her.
That would have been amazing.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, in universe, the one of the shops in the world was the Crazy Caps, was one of the shops.
Oh yeah. There's also like Discoon Hardware or something. I caught that at the end too.
You know that beginning scene where they're running through town trying to get to their appointment in time?
Yes.
It looks like a Mario level.
Yes.
The last place where they catch the flagpole, it's named Castle Burgers.
I didn't catch that.
So like it's the castle at the end with the flagpole.
I did catch that, like all the little construction signs were Game and Watch guys. Yep. That was good.
I didn't catch that one. Oh my! I need to watch this again.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm going today.
Yeah. So like, you know, aside from a few quibbles, like it was a good time. I'm sure I'm going to see this movie a lot, especially if my kids like it.
Oh yeah.
I really hope they make a sequel. There were 2. There's like a mid credit and an end credit.
Yep.
Or post credit extra scene. So.
I mean,
we'll see. We'll see what they do for a second one.
I mean, they said that if the movie was successful, that they would make another one. Now, I don't know, but I would say one of the top 20 movies ever is probably considered successful, but I don't know.
Imagine, not good enough. I don't know.
But Nintendo did announce that due to the success of the movie, they would be adapting further IP.
Okay.
Which leads to the question Ms. Satoshi asked and said, and asked, would I care if Link was voiced by a famous actor if Nintendo made a high budget Zelda movie like the Mario movie, would you guys want a highly memorable voice actor for Link? No, he should be a silent protagonist.
And that's what Jody said.
Yep.
Silent forever.
It should be a silent film. It should be black and white. And it should just have titles.
You know, I thought I would have more to say, especially after watching Star Trek Picard, that there's a point where like nostalgia overwhelms good story, and they didn't do that here.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like happened with Picard. Like there's a lot of nostalgia, and then a lot of things that should have happened or shouldn't have happened.
Yep.
Did, and in this case, I don't feel like that was true. Like the main tension was like the Peach stuff, but you know, like you said about how your girls felt about it, that's probably the reason why they made that change, was to not put her in that position. So, and not to mention, like ever since Mario 2, she's been able to take care of herself, man. So whatever.
I agree. All right. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Sean, I got you, as I showed you before, I got you this really nice pull-out Mario poster.
Oh my, thank you.
I got one for Mark too.
All right.
But I have one more.
No.
So I will give it to one of our lucky listeners. So what you need to do to be entered into this is just leave any comment in the YouTube video, and we'll pick one randomly.
Yeah, and that's a comment, not something in the chat here. If you're watching this live, like a comment after this video is over.
Yep, and we'll let it sit for a week, so the people who, yeah. So I'll ship wherever, I guess, anywhere that Japan ships to.
Sweet.
So comment in the comments. Yeah, after this or whenever. If you like it, it'd be nice if you gave us a like too. Then
yeah.
If you want, no pressure.
All right, for those of you watching this live, stick around for the next stream. It'll be on the Famicom Dojo live channel. And I guess until then. Oh, we don't end this show. We just end. This one just ends.
This one just ends.
Yeah, we're just done. So like this.
Thank you for making it to the end of another episode of Two Boobs Watch the Tube. If you would like to support these boobs, please subscribe. Like us on iTunes and tell a friend. If you want to give us a big push up, donate to the Famicom Dojo Patreon, found in the show notes. There you can also find info about sponsoring an episode, and also info about the other great shows, and one bad one, on the Nerd and Tie Network. Until next time, keep it classy.